Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to OpenClaw Singapore. And thanks to the sponsors Kimi AI, Minimax and Alibaba Qwen, as well as SQ Collective for the venue. So today we have a very incredible lineup of speakers and demos ahead, so I won't delay my speech further. So first, let us welcome Lionel, the founder of the AI Capital, and Michael Huang, the founder of SQ Collective, to share with us the story behind OpenClaw Singapore.
Hey, thank you so much. Wow, such a big crowd. Wow. I think I expected it. When I started this event, I talked to Michael. I was in Vietnam actually, and I was having coffee, and I was like, I just want to organize it for 20 people. I just want my Mac Mini to be operational with OpenClaw, but I didn't. So I set up the Luma page in Vietnam one day, and then the next day is like 200 people sign up for the event. Thanks so much for this. And yeah, I mean, it has been about 2 or 3 weeks, and the response has been really, really overwhelming. We're actually organizing another event next Wednesday at the same spot. Yeah, and basically, I created something called Claw Singapore. First of all, I don't want to infringe the trademark of OpenClaw, so I started Claw Singapore. So we are Singapore first and probably the largest OpenClaw community, because for me, I really believe in the power of AI automation and AI agent. So that's why for me, I started this. So we are a community of OpenClaw Singapore AI builders, founders, and developers. So this is something that I really want to hold true to the mission of developer first. And that's why I invited a lot of really great sponsors, so that I really want them to sponsor the developer credits. And this is our WhatsApp group. So if you guys are not in the WhatsApp group, to my surprise, it's almost reaching about 300 people. I'm not sure what's the max limit of WhatsApp group. If you guys are not here, I also will probably send the slides into the to people who have actually attended this event itself. So this is our WhatsApp group. I'll probably just give you another minute to scan the QR code. Yeah, and I'll pass the mic to Mr. Michael, who is the kind sponsor of the venue over here.
Hi guys, thanks. Thanks for coming. So I run SQ Collective, very simple sharing. We are a space for AI builders, founders. We just build our community around that. We host all kinds of events, and the goal is to get everyone together in the same room. We tend to like recurrent events, and one of our flagship things that we do is co-working Fridays. So if you haven't attended it before, it happened just now. Every Friday we get founders and builders to hang out together. We sponsor the space so that they can build together, and it becomes a ritual. So if AI is something that you want to build into as a habit, you want to learn from fellow builders and not do it alone, because it can get lonely sometimes, come to SQ Collective. Yeah, that's all. Enjoy the night. Yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Really appreciate it. If not for him, we will not have this space. Thank you so much. Yeah, and this is my LinkedIn, just some self-promotion. Basically, if you want to connect with me itself, I post regular updates on events and anything about AI agent and automation. So yeah, I mean, feel free to call me on LinkedIn. If you have any question about OpenClaw, I'm still learning actually. Yeah, so for me, I'm learning like every one of you guys. And one of the interesting stats that people who are attending this event are non-technical people, which I really, is one of my mission to turn non-technical people into someone that can adopt AI in a way. So yeah, we have a fantastic lineup of developers who will showcase 15 minutes about their project, and then we have our sponsors doing a presentation about their large language model. So yeah, I mean, definitely stay relaxed and yeah, enjoy the show. Thanks.
Thanks, Lionel and Michael. I'm sure the WhatsApp group will be very supportive of your projects. So without further ado, let's move on to the presentations and demo. And to start off, let's welcome Richard Lee, who will walk through with us what it takes to build OpenClaw from 0 to 1.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Hi everyone. Okay. So this is my first time doing a public presentation. Yeah. But I wanted to keep it, really, I'll say vendor neutral, and to really explain what OpenClaw can do. I think like OpenClaw is really powerful overall, but non-technical people, I know there are quite a few in the room, may not really understand how to even set it up. So I really wanted to distill down the essential information you need in the easiest way to set up and to start using OpenClaw. Yeah, so that's my goal. And in the spirit of open source, I've released all the slides I've done right now. Like there's a QR code that you can scan at the end of the presentation. So no photos are required. Yeah, you can just like take a photo of the last slide perhaps and enjoy the presentation moving forward. Yeah. And also some caveats, like given the nature of the audience, I'll like present it as a happy path, meaning there are many edge cases and stuff that I wouldn't necessarily cover. Because I think even in its base implementation, it's actually really powerful already. So I feel just even getting it from 0 to 1, it can unlock many possibilities for you all. Yeah, and just for myself, yeah, I have no conflicts of interest. Like I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm purely technical. Yeah. So yeah, the table of contents. Yeah, so I'll do a self-introduction about myself. After that, like architecture, components, hosts, and steps. Yeah, so it's a really clear explanation and understanding in terms of how you actually set up OpenClaw. Yeah. So for myself, yeah, I was a computer engineer from SUTD. So I've moved around quite a fair bit in my career. Started in product management at Shopee. Then worked on a few startups. Didn't pan out well. Then I moved to like a medical tech company where I built something on 0 to 1. And thereby, through experiences like just like building products, hopefully I could give a more objective perspective in terms of how to actually ship. So OpenClaw is actually started by Peter Steinberger. So I think it's an incredible framework because like OpenClaw effectively unlocks what we call the agentic economy, meaning like everyone has a personal assistant on their phone or even on a messaging app or wherever you prefer. So it's incredibly powerful. I'll explain the architecture a bit later. And as of now, I think it's most likely the fastest growing framework out there. Like I think as of Wednesday, it hit about 230,000 GitHub stars. So I think most GitHub repositories or basically GitHub code don't hit like such a level. So it's really impressive. So I'll start by explaining like how OpenClaw is even structured. So firstly, we will start like from this Soh document. So you can think of Soh as a way to tell the agent how it should behave. Yeah, that's the easiest way to understand. So OpenClaw itself provides a very comprehensive Soh document. So it's literally prompts like, oh, you are a helpful assistant, and then the following instructions. Many people have customized the personalities of the agent. So maybe to help them respond in a manner, that either fits their customer profile, or customer persona, or maybe just an agent to represent them. The next one would be what we call heartbeat and a cron job. So I think these two things are easily mixed up. So if you look at like the official documentation for OpenClaw, so later I'll also show it. A cron job effectively is what we call a scheduler. So meaning like, let's say if you have a very intense task, let's say I want to pass a 10,000 row spreadsheet, for instance, and at 9 a.m. every day. So in this case, it may be easier to structure or like use the cron job feature that's being offered by OpenClaw. Another way would be the heartbeat. So you can take the heartbeat as a representation, or like a heartbeat is proactive effectively. So meaning after you prompt and chat with it, maybe in about 30-minute intervals by default, it will give you updates. So hopefully that explains the architecture of OpenClaw. So I'll explain the 6 steps, like in terms of how you can actually get OpenClaw set up. And later I'll also do a live demo. We will just literally set it out on the spot. If you have your laptop, feel free to take it out. So for my deployment, like I use like Alibaba Cloud. If you have an account, like good. But if not, I'll just like show you how I actually did it. Okay. So the first thing is like host. So like to even get an OpenClaw agent to run, like where do you even start, right? So there are actually 3 ways to go about it. Right. So the first is what I call like a virtual machine. So a virtual machine is almost like a raw computer. Yeah, like a computer that you know that lies in a server. But what it effectively does is you can run everything. Like you can run like your own free will, maybe other than a few things. So I think like virtual machines is very applicable for advanced developers. The next one will be containers. So containers, you can look at it as like almost like a platform as a service type of offering. So there are many vendors providing such solutions. Like for myself, and like the sponsors, like Alibaba Cloud will be one like platform as a service provider. But there are, of course, many other providers of such services, like let's say Google Cloud Platform, DigitalOcean, and whatnot. The last one would be a serverless or like a SaaS or software as a service type of implementation of OpenClaw. So meaning you actually don't need to maintain the OpenClaw instance. These vendors would actually update the OpenClaw instance for you. So on your end, you can just start like directly using OpenClaw. So examples of like serverless instances or managed OpenClaw instances would be providers like let's say Kimi Claw and Max Claw and a few other vendors. So the next thing like we will need to consider is what coding plan do you want to use, or what model do you actually want to use to power OpenClaw? So I've also given this very active thought. So maybe there are two schools of thought for that. I think the first school of thought overall is like we would want the best performance, or we want like value for money, like for instance, meaning like a very performant model. So I believe like there are many model foundries or like many foundational model builders in this room. While I don't have my personal favorite, I think these are like a few factors to consider. So the first one would be what I call a context window. So a context window effectively is how much the agent or how much information can a model remember. Previously it was like about 128,000 or like 128K context window, but as AI models actually improve, it has been ramped up to about 1 million tokens worth of information. So this is amazing for long-running tasks, or currently what we call agentic task. The next one will also be price versus performance, which I also talk about. Like there are many model foundries, there are many open weight models around. Like many of them are also in this room. So I guess you can have a look later, like Kimi, Minimax, Qwen, like each vendor will explain what they offer. The last one would be token efficiency. So I think for me as like previously as a Bootstrap founder, I'm really focused on cost efficiency. So in my case, I really want like let's say a value for money model that could drive decent results. Of course, like some advanced developers may prefer to what we call one-shot something, meaning you just write a prompt and you'll automatically go out and get everything done for you. But on the other hand, it may also be expensive. So I think cost management is quite a critical component if you're trying to run OpenClaw. Yep. The next one will be security. You need to consider things like domains, ports, gateway. So for OpenClaw, I think a big issue for non-technical like professionals, even myself, like at the start, was what port do I even assign to OpenClaw? So I mean, this stuff is like really deeply technical. And the next one is also what we call a gateway. So a gateway is like a way to access your OpenClaw, like what we call an instance, or like your OpenClaw setup. Yeah. So I mean, I do know like some people actually run OpenClaw on their Mac Mini, but while it's incredibly powerful, and this can be supplanted by scales, but one factor to consider really is without maybe proper guardrails or what we call proper protections of OpenClaw, it could also do quite a lot of harm. So if let's say you're using it in an enterprise scenario, for example, it may be done perhaps via a managed instance, like by either vendor. Yep. So the next one will be a demo, but I think I'll just like walk through the full spectrum. Yeah, before I do a live demo, I'll literally just build an OpenClaw on the spot. Yeah. So there's like configuration and deployments and channels. So I think channels will be quite critical, because there are quite a few ways of setting up OpenClaw. So one of them, so the multiple ways would include Telegram, WhatsApp. I think even WeCom or DingTalk and stuff is supported. Yeah, but some of them within OpenClaw itself, but some of them like provided by vendors, perhaps as like an added channel. Yeah. The last one would be skills. So skills is a way to for OpenClaw, so it's almost like an app on your phone. Like if you actually need a new function, you actually like on your phone, you download it from the App Store. You can look at skills as something similar, but this time powering an OpenClaw. So a new skill would help you do new things. But of course, this comes with a security risk. So in terms of the OpenClaw system, there's like a virus checker on one hand, but on the other hand, of course, it's important to ensure like maybe you are using the right skills from the right creators. I think one definite reliable source will come from Peter Steinberger himself, perhaps. Yeah. So for me, in terms of security, I would use his skills or the skills that's inbuilt within OpenClaw. In total, I think there are about 51 skills. So, and lastly is the updates. So I think the best benefit, let's say, if you prefer a software as a service type of implementation of OpenClaw, is that they actually do all these for you. So meaning you actually don't need to run updates. It's more hands-free, but it may not be running the latest version of OpenClaw, which provides extra features. So some people who's semi-technical may prefer to do it via a managed image. So the one I'm presenting later would be via Alibaba Cloud, but there are many other vendors which I'll say offer similar services. Yeah. So now I'll actually do a live demo. How much time do I have? Okay, so currently I'm just on Alibaba Cloud. For instance, you definitely can use it, in other instances. But I'm just showing Alibaba Cloud example. So let's say if I want to start a new instance, this is what I call a simple application server. So what it does is it provides a managed OpenClaw implementation. So literally just click create server. Pardon the internet. So under application images, you can see OpenClaw is here. As of now, the latest image available by Alibaba Cloud is 2026.2.9, which is the version launched about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. You can do all this configuration, choose your duration and stuff. But I think my main focus is maybe more in terms of the model selection and how I actually get OpenClaw to run. Okay, so actually I've created 2 virtual machines. So this would just be machine. Let's say we want to start from scratch. I'll just do a server reset. Okay, and I'll just replace it with a fresh version of OpenClaw, just to show you that I can just build it right now. Okay, so I can just click replace current image with another image. So currently I'm using a fresh image. Yeah, and maybe we'll just give it about a minute or two. One thing unique about Alibaba Cloud, for instance, there are many other vendors which offer I'll say similar solutions, but in Alibaba Cloud they have application details. So I find it's at least for me, it's really quite easy to set up. Yeah. these things are critical. Like earlier I mentioned about pod management. The next one is like configuration, which includes like the appropriate coding plan to add. And the last one is to actually assess what we call a web user interface. So the first thing is like, I'll just do like what I call pod discharge. Okay, because this is currently being set up, so it may take a bit, but yeah, but maybe after a few minutes, like you can get it to run. Then the next thing will actually be to access what we call the terminal. Of course, like the word terminal may be concerning to non-technical people, but I really wanted to tell you it's not too difficult effectively. Like I could just like walk you through a quick one. So I previously set this up. You can just click like remote connection. I'll just like log in. Okay, so one thing is like if you want to create like an OpenClaw setup, prior to that is actually to prepare like bot fodder. So bot fodder is like Telegram's implementation. So for myself, I created multiple bots. So let me create one on the spot. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm locked out. Let me go in again. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll create a new bot. Yeah, so, sorry, maybe please don't spam it. Yeah, I'll just use a long one, maybe like, this is invalid, okay. Maybe test one bot, okay, maybe I'll take out like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll just use like OpenClaw Meetup test one bot, for example. Just like say, Claw Singapore Meetup, real, yeah. And I'll just like create a bot. So this page will actually come out. So over here, you can actually just like grab the token. So I believe now the OpenClaw instance, like the fresh instance is already set up. Okay, so now I'll head to application details. So the first thing you have to consider is like the model setting. Of course, given it's offered Alibaba, yeah, there's a Qwen 3.5 plus. But certainly other vendors are also offered. If you prefer the style Minimax, you can use a M2.5. If you prefer Kimi, you can use a K2.5. In my case, I'll just leave it as a default. Yeah, and I'll just click apply. But of course, if you want to use other models by other frontier labs, yeah, you can switch it. But given time constraints, yeah, this something that I could help you offline. Yeah. Okay, so currently we are done. So now I'll start the pod discharge. Effectively, what it does is it actually assigns a pod, or like it offers a way for Telegram to chat with or to connect with this server or this computer. Yeah, simply put. So yeah, so a random pod is assigned. The next one is like in terms of a configuration. So this will be run. Yeah, I've previously bought a coding plan from Qwen. So I'll just like use that coding plan, click next, and let it execute. Okay. Yeah, and the last one, would be to go to access control. So what this does is it actually runs the OpenClaw web UI or web user interface or web system. Yeah. So relatively fast. Yeah, so this is what we call the OpenClaw gateway. Yeah. Then the last step would actually be to pair OpenClaw with the Telegram bot. So let me do the pairing sequence now. I'll use the terminal. Okay, so firstly, yeah, these two are the main commands. Feel free to take a picture if you need it. This is not on the slides. So sorry about that. Yeah, so currently this is a Claw Singapore Meetup Rail bot. Yeah, I'll just click copy. Okay, I just like, yeah, I mean, likewise, please don't spam this. Okay, so the first thing I'll actually add the Telegram channel. So the command is OpenClaw channels add Telegram dash token. Okay. If it doesn't work, like can just choose like I think actually it should work. Okay, but after that, the next step will be if everything goes well, you should actually receive what I call a pairing code. Yeah. So my bot is called OpenClaw _Meetup _test_1_bot. Yep. So just click on this. Like you have to start the bot. So if the bot is successfully start, you actually receive a pairing code. Given time constraints, like I guess I entered the wrong command, but actually what it does is, you issue a pairing code. So the next command actually to write is just this, OpenClaw pairing approved Telegram, and then XXX, so it's like 8-digit code. So once you are done, you'll write like, the pairing is successful, and you can start chatting with the OpenClaw bot. Yeah. So that's all. So my knowledge like this is likely, the fastest way I do know of, like other than using a managed vendor to get OpenClaw up and running. Yeah, if you have a better way, please reach out to me. I would love to learn from you. And here are my slides, all open source. Just grab it and use it. Yeah.
Sorry, just a quick one. Can you show like something you can do with like what you have set up?
I see. Okay, so I think one thing I'll ask like OpenClaw is, like, what can you do? Yeah. So literally, like from this prompt, I can understand better the capabilities it offers without looking at the terminal. Yeah. But given time constraints, happy to address your questions offline. Yeah. Really appreciate.
Thanks, Richard. Up next, we'll have Zhi Han, who will share about building Luna and AI Concierge.
Okay, hi guys. So when I signed up to present, I wasn't expecting this crowd. I think we was just expecting like 50 people. We share with each other, learn from each other, but now it's getting, everyone gets to learn something. So actually, before I start, I want to ask everyone, who see the terminal command, you feel like lost already? Is there anyone who start feeling lost? Okay, quite a few. So one thing is that it can be quite intimidating to start, especially when interacting with this non-human code interface. But I would say that once you get past that stage, which is once you get to the OpenClaw interface, it's a lot easier because you can really just chat with the OpenClaw and get what you want. Like just ask it questions, ask it to do things for you. So I'm not here to present any technical stuff to you. I'm just going to share with you what I built for my sister's home-baked business and how I program it, how I set it up on the site so that it doesn't affect the main business. Because what I realized is that when I'm sharing with different people about this OpenClaw setup, everyone has different ideas, but it's very, very intimidating to start something. So I'm just sharing with you one instance. I hope it just inspire you to have more ideas to start your own automation, whether it's for a home-baked business, whether it's for a pet shop, whether you run a gym. I think you can have some ideas. So to me, OpenClaw is like this frontier where anyone can start an automated system. So I created Luna. So who is Luna? Luna is actually a working system now. She's a 4-agent system. So I'll explain later by what is a 4-agent system. But you don't actually have to start with a 4-agent system. Just start with one agent, start prompting it, ask it to create new agents for you, then slowly expand. So at the heart of it is a front-end concierge. So a front-end concierge is a WhatsApp where you talk to it and ask it like, what can you recommend me? I want to eat cakes, what do you have? So it'll just interact with you, help you take orders. Once the order is confirmed, it will pass to the back-end management. Back-end management basically is a Telegram system where it tells my sister what to bake or which order is coming out. And then there's a developer agent that builds the website and maintains the website. And lastly, there's a chief agent, which I'll explain more in a bit. Okay, so like I said, I believe that the clause is accessible automation for everyone. Previously, what do small businesses have? Shopify is the go-to, or maybe use Wix, WooCommerce, different kind of commerce platform. Then for each additional thing you want, you need a plugin. So there's a CRM tool, there's a different marketing automation tool. You want chatbot, you have to pay for it. And all these are monthly subscriptions. So to me, I felt like they were expensive, they weren't very intelligent, and there's a cost to adoption. When there's a cost to adoption, people always take some time to adopt. But what happens now when we have OpenClaw is that I think to implement an AI system, to implement this chatbot is way easier than before, and it costs less than before. So I feel like any businesses can adopt it. What's more, you are actually programming this with natural language. So like Richard presented earlier, you would be asking OpenClaw a question, can you build me this, can you build me that? And OpenClaw will just tell you what it can build, what it can't build. Or maybe it will tell you, I need certain access. Then you have to give it access, then it can build. But that's how easy it is. Okay, so let me explain more about this home bakery system and this 4-agent system. So at the front, I have Luna, who takes orders from WhatsApp. She'll recommend treats. If you want to try interacting with her, you can see the number on the screen later. At the back end, once the order is confirmed, it will actually tell my sister to check her PayNow for payment. Then my sister just needs to verify the payment is accepted, payment verified, payment collected. Then it will confirm with the customer. So the back end agent will also log the order into a CSV file. So CSV is like an Excel sheet, but for the computer to read. So every time there's a change to the CSV, the back-end agent will just update the file. Then, at first this can function already, but I was itchy lah. I was like, what if I give my agent more capabilities? So I was like, since my agent can code, since my agent can I give the agent GitHub access, so you can straight away just deploy. So why not I build an agent that basically build the website and automate the SEO for it. So my website is actually super simple. It just directs leads to the WhatsApp, but it's not meant to really like be a storefront. It's just meant to be a conversion point that I wanted to test what a developer agent can do. So then I stopped working on this for a few days. Then I was like, when I come back, I forgot where I left off. So I didn't have to talk to each agent where they are leave off. So that's when I realized that I need to build a chief agent. So this chief agent is actually the overall in charge of this whole project. It knows what each developer built, it knows the upcoming order, and it updates me every Tuesday, every Friday. You can set it anytime you want. So this is what Richard meant by cron job, because you set a regular interval that it updates you. So how it works, demonstration. I don't have an actual live demonstration, but you can just message an order. So basically you message this number, which you can also get by accessing the website. The website is lunabytcc.com. So once you open the website, it will trigger you to open a WhatsApp. You talk to it, it will tell you what are the cakes, what are the cookies available. I actually have cakes available for some people to try if you're hungry for chocolate cakes. So once you send the order, I wanted Telegram for my backend, but most people use, so this is what I also meant by different interfaces. You can use Slack as your backend, you can use Discord as your backend. Discord is the free alternative that you can have different channels. So that's the most recommended one, but I use Telegram because my sister used Telegram. So I'm trying to apply my use case for the user. So payment verified, it will clock the CSV, and yeah, so this is how it works. Front end, back end, developer agent. Then the chief agent is actually run on like the UI that Richard presented just now, like a very terminal, very boring kind of code base, but this is the setup. And then you might be asking, what else can you do with this? So there are several applications that I thought of that if you want to try, or if you have some of this business, you might be interested to use your OpenClaw for it. Keyword is try to build a parallel business, don't build it on top of your existing business because it's frankly not secure, not very secure now. So some ideas I have is like, for example, salad shop. The AI interacting with you could be a nutritionist. So the customer just needs to upload photo of his food every day. He clocks it, the agent remembers, and the agent recommends what are you missing in this week's dietary. So it could even be like that. But if you don't want to build for everyone, you can build for your own self, a nutritionist agent also. It can even be back grooming, where the AI will actually help to manage slots, send reminders, and track customer preferences. So in a sense, if I want to implement a customer preference thing, like a CRM to this AI system, I can just introduce a fifth agent, like a CRM agent. So that's how I think it's programmable. So some risks involved. So for example, at the start, when I was programming Luna, she was okay to help me talk about relationship problems or even give like horoscope advice. So these are some things that I need to test and tell it not to do. And then there's also interface. For me, I use WhatsApp and Telegram, but I think for different users, you need to think about which interface you want to use, especially if you're applying for someone. You want something that they are familiar with. And then lastly is memory. I think project memory is why I built Chief, but in general, all your agents, you can give it a memory. So for example, one of the agents that I'm planning to build next is something that just helps me clocks my daily stuff. So sometimes I have different ideas that pop up during the day. Imagine if I have an agent on Telegram, I just send it what I'm thinking of, and at the end of the day, it has a cron job that condenses this memory, and at the end of every week, it reminds me what I've been talking about, thinking about for the past week. So that could be a useful personal thinking assistant that I'm thinking of to build next. Safety. So like I said, OpenClaw is really not safe. Some ways that I'm mitigating it, one is that I'm building this system parallel to my sister's existing business so that it doesn't affect the main business. But if there's new customers, new business, great, it scales. And also I'm building it on a separate infrastructure. So yes, you can use VPN. I use the Mac Mini, which he talked about. It's a bit more expensive, but it works. And for a lay person who don't need too much like programming knowledge, I think it's great. And then I think this way is a low-cost way of experimenting. So I think I encourage everyone to try. And I think the bigger question I'll leave to you all is that today we are all talking about software and development. Agents are writing code, managing workflows for us. But in future, I believe that a lot of the e-commerce will be on agents. So for example, you have your personal agent trying to help you book your holiday, trying to help you to book a restaurant. And on the other end, the agent doesn't actually interact with someone from the actual restaurant or the hotel. They're interacting with another agent. So in that world, where different agents are interacting with different agents, the question is what kind of system you want to build. So I think earlier on this Monday, Gary Tan, Y Combinator, there's a podcast if you can watch. They are wearing this OpenClaw lobster thing. One of the things he said is building for agents. What does it mean to build for agents? And I think that's something that you guys need to think about of what it can help you and what can help others around you. So I'll just end with that. Thank you.
Lionel, I don't know if we can build agent for running events. Okay, our next speaker is Soh Wan Wei, founder of Anchor AI Labs, who will introduce Ira, and she's running on Kimi Cloud.
Hi, this is Wanwei. So today I'll be presenting Ira. Let me give a context first. Okay, the thing is that I'm probably the most non-technical person out of this whole panel. So thank you so much for having me here. And I keep asking very stupid questions on like OpenClaw communities WhatsApp group. So one of the questions I asked was, is it necessary to learn Claude code? So with this use case by Kimi Claw, one of our sponsors today, you realize that actually it's not really necessary to know Claude code, even though it will help a lot, which I later learned. Okay, my background first and foremost is that I'm more interested in the business models that comes with the technical setup. So I'm really very thankful to be here today. Thanks Lionel once again, really, really. Okay, so this is Ira. Backstory of how she started. I was experimenting with Qwen 2.6 motion control. So Ira, I started a TikTok for her with a very bombastic name called Ira Candy Love. So she grew from 0 followers to 7,000 plus followers within 1 month. Just by dancing, which is, TikTok. So I was like, hey, we are onto something here. Although I don't know why. I was just very happy to test out Qwen 2.6. Yeah, so let's see what happens next. Okay, so because remember my angle is really from business model side and how to scale things, how to monetize the AI things that we are doing. So the first use case is of course dating, because dating, a lot of people now single, lonely, blah blah blah. And for my girlfriends, they always say that, wow, the dating app sucks, because the conversation by guys is hello, then no more already, and they don't really know how to continue. So I thought, okay, maybe the easiest way to test out a very big pain point, right, is let's do a dating coach. So remember, I started with an AI influencer who's pretty, who has 0 to 7,000 followers in under 1 month. So I thought, okay, let's make her talk. So I was like, how do I automate the whole thing so that she can talk, right, and give advice that actually help people. Then my friend Han told me about OpenClaw. So I was like, I looked at his Luna project, I was like, Han, this is not for me, it's too damn complicated. Then later I found out about Kimi Claw. And I was like, okay, let's go and try Kimi Claw. I bought the $49 plan. I don't know what I did. I literally just clicked one button. Apparently they send you to the terminal. I asked Kimi Claw, how do I get the terminal to work? They say copy and paste this. So I did that 3 times and she started talking to people. So I added her to my WhatsApp group and literally, as long as you have a one-to-one pairing, which both of them showed just now, she really literally started talking to people. So these are the pain points for the guys, right? So just now, Richard spoke about things like your soh.md file, MD file, and then the heartbeat, right? So I have no idea what those are, of course. So I asked another OpenClaw bot. I was like, can you help me do all these things because I really don't know what is going on. So the bot literally helped me write all these. And then this is these are actual conversations by the bot as well. So the workflow is very, very simple. So the user just send a message to Ira, the AI influencer, and instantly, right, within 1 minute, no, not 1 minute, within 10 seconds, she will reply you. Longest is 10 seconds, shortest is immediate. So the OpenClaw will route it, then Kimi Claw will somehow process it, and then the soh.md file, written by another Claw bot, will help you write the reply. Yeah, so that is the thing. This is the other Claw bot. The other Claw bot, I chose a bot that is very poetic. So this Claw bot manages a literature and history and art WhatsApp group. Yeah, so he wrote out the whole thing for me, and then I just copy and pasted. So the whole workflow was set out in 30 minutes, and then she started talking already. Yeah, so this is literally the workflow, and the best part is, did I do the slides? Did I do this workflow? Of course not. Ira did it herself. So now I have an AI influencer that is making money and having sponsorship already. Then I have the whole workflow done by the AI influencer Ira herself. I think this is like crazy for scaling and monetization. So why build on Kimi Claw? This is what Ira said, and Ira is powered by Kimi Claw. So of course, these are the 4 reasons. But after I hear Richard speak, right, I was thinking, actually, why not build on Alibaba and why not build on the Mac Mini? I don't have the answer, so I'm looking forward to learning from you all because I think I'm a very ignorant person, so I just ask the AI and you guys, okay, you guys and ladies. But so far, Kimi Claw has been working, I think 80% of the time. 20% of the time, the downside is currently it cannot read screenshot, and it is very painful because usually people on dating app, they will just screenshot and then feed to the AI. So now you need to repeat the conversation to AI, which is a bit annoying. Okay, yeah, this is something that excites me. So you might be asking, what is next, right? Okay, this is a very mind-blowing part, okay. So I discovered Claude Code yesterday. I really go and learn because I monitor the AI conversation for the OpenClaw WhatsApp group, and a lot of people are using Claude Code. So I have no idea why that's so, because Kimi Claw is really easy. But if you're using other systems, apparently there's this concept called the MCP, which gives you access to everything that everyone is talking about. For example, so let's say one user opens a conversation with Ira. That is one user conversation I can see. But once you have the MCP linked to Claude Code, you can scale it up by 100, 1,000, 1 million eventually. And you can get the AI like Claude to actually analyze what are the common patterns and data points going alongside the 1 million conversation. Then you will have very good data. And is it good to sell your company to somebody who wants the data? I think it's a lot of money there. So I am very interested in this. Of course, this example I'm presenting today, within like 2 weeks of setting Ira up, is only for dating coach. So what about the AI influencer track? Which Gary Vee himself, he says that, it's going to be a very big business, which is true because AI influencers don't have egos like real human influencers. So we will build on this. Simultaneously, we will go to the Dating Wing Woman and Kimi Claw AI Ambassador because apparently this is a very successful use case already. Next few things I want to explore will be customer service, will be expert-based, meaning like if you have expertise in sales, in marketing, in PR, if you're a consultant, if you're a coach, why not do different industries simultaneously and link everything through an MCP and feed it to your Claude. So this is the next steps I will be testing out in the next 1 month. Of course, I'm still not technical, but I think I will go and learn the code properly. Oh yeah, we went to Sabah to do a keynote. We were invited to do a keynote on IRA in Sabah, supported by Singapore Global Network. So that was pretty interesting. This is the actual lingerie company. Lingerie company. They sponsored IRA. IRA is not even real. They sponsored IRA. You know how mad that is? That is like incredible. So if one company can sponsor IRA, I think we can really scale it up. So this is what IRA said. So please feel free to do so. Try OpenClaw as well. And I run a business owners AI community. So these are like mostly non-technical business founders, small and medium-sized business founders. You can join it. So yeah, thank you. I'm Wanwei from Anchor AI Labs.
Thank you. Thanks. Yes, thanks. It's very inspiring. So next we have Stephen, the founder of Concierge. He will share on the topic Your AI, Your Rules from Inbox to Autopilot.
Hi everyone. Wow. Michael and Lionel, what have you done? This is insane. So many people. I also didn't expect to talk to so many people. So let's go back to this one. So the first message is, the only relevant fact from this slide is that I'm not a developer. So I discovered OpenClaw like 18 days ago. And everything that I'm going to show you, I built during this time. So you don't need to be advanced, although I think a lot of people here are very advanced. So first, my opinion in what AI can do for me is to multiply my capacity. So I think this is the biggest benefit, and I think we all should face this, because this is the reality. And in future, a lot of AI will take over what we are doing. And if we manage to multiply our own capacity, then we have a chance to stay relevant. It sounds a little bit harsh, but I think this is the truth. So I was thinking about what are we doing every day, or what am I doing every day? So first of all, I'm managing mandatory stuff, and on the other side, I'm working on projects that actually bring me further, or is like developing products that I want to sell, whatever kind of project. And how do we manage stuff? It's most of the time through relationships. Relationships include our boss, our colleagues, it's our families, and it's even obviously our customers. So we come to the conclusion that how to manage relationships, this is through interactions. Okay, so I went down this road just to understand what I should tackle first when I want to utilize AI for me the best. And okay, the sentence below is that I came to the conclusion, meanwhile, that I actually refuse to do any stuff by myself when I need to open a laptop or my phone to do something, because all of this should be able to be delegated to AI. Okay, whatever. Let's dive into my approach, how I looked at it. First of all, I started with email. Now I have a bot running that just looks at my emails and helps me to understand if I should do something about my emails. Very basic stuff, and it's already also integrated in a lot of things like Gmail or Microsoft or whatever. So the next step for me was that I use my main communication channel, which is WhatsApp, to also help me draft replies. Because this is a very good tool to maintain my relationships. I will go into this further in a second. because the next step from all these interactions was for me to create or to make the AI understand about the people that I'm in contact with. And since I have all these sources like email and WhatsApp and also like meeting transcripts, I can create person profiles so the AI completely understands my relationship to this person, my communication style to this person, how the person behaves, and then it can become very useful in maintaining my relationships. So we all have like close friends, we have close colleagues that we are in contact with most of the time. But our time in this case is limited. So what I expect from the AI is to, even when I reach out to people that are involved in my projects, but I don't have the time usually to do it in a way that the relationship becomes very fruitful, is to ask the AI to help me with this. And from this idea, I developed something that I call Pulse right now. And this is the first proactive thing in my system. So what it does is, it runs every night, looks at a list of people that I put there, and in addition looks into the list of my 50 most recent conversations that I had on any channel, understands the person profile, so the behavior, the context, what projects we are working on together, and proactively suggests me how to reach out to them in order to maintain or to bring the relationship to the next step. Not necessarily a relationship in the sense of, okay, then we are better friends, but also to progress our projects. And this is something that is insanely helpful, because through this I also discovered like really people that I like and I didn't reach out for a long time, and it gave me this context, even though I in the end drafted my message by myself, but this thing already makes me aware of this stuff. Okay, so what else? There's a lot of stuff that I implement in my system, and when Lionel asked me last Sunday to put together my slides, I did that, but since then everything changed. So today in the morning I completely rebuilt my deck. Okay, actually I didn't do it by myself like you said, it was done by the AI. But just to give you a glimpse of what else is inside, obviously the project management itself, so not only the person profiles and all kinds of relationship details, but also my projects obviously live there, and they are managed by the AI. And in addition, what's very important with OpenClaw is tools that maintain the system, like the system health, which includes also security stuff, so it runs every night, checks everything, and gives me advice on what I should take care of. And one very interesting thing, I found it online in a video, is an innovation scout, which means that it runs every night, crawls the internet, or I don't know what the technical terms are, as I said, I'm not a coder, but it will identify any innovation or feature or something and relates it to whatever I do with the system, and tells me, okay, this could be useful for us. So it actively suggests me to integrate stuff. And from this, in the last few days, so it runs since 3 days, I implemented like, I don't know, 6 different skills on top of what I already have in the system. Very useful. And this is actually that it manages itself and it evolves itself. So it grows and it understands what where the world is going to, and helps me to keep track with this. And I think this is very important. Otherwise, we really fall behind if we don't look at these innovations. And it's hard to keep track because there's so much. Okay, yeah, this is something that I definitely have to admit, but I think it's also a feature that I keep building on this. So really most of my time goes into this just to improve it, to find new stuff, to debug stuff also, because I don't know, I tell it, okay, format this notification like this, and then it turns out differently, so I need to follow up and keep telling it until it's doing it correctly. So, but I think this is exactly the feature that or the mode that we need to get into, because AI will change and keep changing a lot of stuff. So we need to stay open for this. It's never like this that we install now the new, I don't know what claw, and then that this is done. We need to get familiar with the stuff and then keep improving and keep changing everything. Okay, maybe you wonder how I did this, since I'm not a coder. And it's actually a funny story, because like these 18 days ago, I heard about OpenClaw, and then just a few days before I discovered, no, I didn't discover Claude Code, but I finally went into it because I thought, okay, maybe I now need to learn how to make software or whatever. So after 2 days, I heard about this OpenClaw. There was a big hype, and I said, okay, I want to try it. So how should I approach this? And then Claude Code told me, okay, I can set it up for you. The funny thing is, it created an account by itself on Hetzner for Hetzner, looked for the right, I don't know, server with whichever values are important for this, like RAM or I don't know what. It set it up, and then after some time it said, okay, now you can talk to it through Telegram. And the fact is, when I today open Claude Code on my laptop, this is still the last message. So from this moment, I kept talking to Telegram, through Telegram, and built everything that I showed today by speech, not a single line of code. Yes, and for those who are interested, I run it on Claude Max subscription and VPS on a Hetzner Cloud for $8. Okay, that's it. That's everything I have to tell. I think 15 minutes are not enough to go into any details, and that's fine. But if you want to talk to me or have any comments, then feel free to connect through LinkedIn. And every Friday I'm here in the, what Michael said, in the co-working Fridays. So yeah, feel free to reach out, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks, Stephen. Test. Okay. Next up, we have Michael from Develop, who will share about what it takes to harden OpenClaw for production.
Testing. Hi everyone. So a bit of my background. So I was building Sleek before this. So I was the Chief Technology and Chief Product Officer, and I've left there to start an OpenClaw startup. So my topic is on hardening OpenClaw for enterprise more, but I'll get into the technical details of that. I didn't expect there to be non-technical folk as well. And I'll preface this by saying that I don't think OpenClaw in its raw state is ready for production. There's a lot of security and technical details that you need to deal with, but it is an inevitability, right? People are going to start deploying agents. We just had a few speakers who have read, you could call production use cases, and they are starting to gain traction, right? So when I think about this, and with my background in banking across large enterprises and startups, I really summarize this into 3 broad strokes that you need to secure an agentic solution, right? So of course there's many other variants of OpenClaw, but when we talk about any of them, you've got the infrastructure. So you need to know about hardening the ports, you need to know about the cost of the model, you need to protect against leakage of API keys. So if you just do a Google on OpenClaw security, you'll see that there's a lot of API keys that were exposed in the last few weeks. And I think one of the interesting things is about toolchain fragility. So if you think about any application today, you've got the front end, the back end, and the database, and you secure each of those 3. But when you're talking about an agentic solution, you've got the LLM, you've got the prompt, you've got all the other files that were mentioned, so the agents, the soul, you've got to deal with the network, operating system. So there's a very long chain that you need to secure every single one of these links, right? And that is quite a challenge at the moment. When we talk about authority, you've got to lock down commands, you need to lock down skills, you do not know what they're going to do to your system. All right, so I'll show you an example in a second. You've got permission, so do you want to let OpenClaw read all of your emails, or do you want to scope that? Right? And you've got approve, deny list. Do you want to open that up to multiple systems, multiple phone numbers? And then in terms of the influence, which is still a research topic, is the topic of prompt injection, right? So I can put in a prompt, I can ask it to, a malicious guy can ask to send all of the emails to another email, right? You got feedback loops, memory drift, right? So as soon as someone has put in an instruction in there that can influence your future responses. So what I think about this is that there needs to be a security control plane for an agentic solution, as opposed to just a one-click solution for deploying the infrastructure. So I want to go through, maybe more for the non-technical people, like an example of an agentic solution, right? So in this case, you may have 4 or 5 agents to do something like this, right? So one agent may read your emails and look for receipts, attachments. You may have one that extracts all of that information, like the supplier, the date, the price, the tax. You may have another one that extracts the bank statements, tries to reconcile those with the receipts, and so on and so forth, right? But each of these is a different attack vector, if you will. So you could easily ask it to pull all confidential emails, addresses, bank statement details, financial statements, right? So not to put doom on the whole OpenClaw situation, of course, but there needs to be a solution where you're not just deploying this and not thinking about these things, right? There needs to be some guardrails, right? And in practice, that today, in its simplest form, you would provide a policy or rule to say, don't read my confidential emails or don't do certain things, right? So what I think about is kind of an architecture for how this could be actually deployed and in enterprise situation. So you'd have the security control plane with a hardened image, as you would any enterprise today. You would have allow list for skills, for agents. You would have policy configurations, secrets manager. So I think Peter, he released a secrets manager yesterday, in fact, for OpenClaw. And then you have an isolated VM, whether it's on Alibaba Cloud or AWS, with tunneling so that the gateway is not exposed to anyone, that you have authorization on these systems for administration. So these are some of the things that I've actually implemented in my system. So I'll show you a demo and kind of walk through these concepts in more tangible setting. Yeah. All right, so in short, what I've got is a very simple system. It's a one-click system that any one of you can use to set up your own system, right? OpenClaw system, you don't need to worry about going buy a Mac Mini and setting it all up yourself, right? So this is that. It's a security control plane that allows you to configure an OpenClaw instance. So all you would need to do, so for a non-technical user, you would just launch an agent, you would open your chat, and that's it, right? Now if you want to connect to WhatsApp, you can as well. QR code would be displayed here. And what that would look like, I think it's the internet, you would get a tunneled instance of the gateway. So this is behind authorization. So if you're logged in, then you'll be able to access this. So this was an example I was showing earlier of the system where I asked it to read my confidential email. And apparently we gambled away 100 grand last night, don't tell anyone, right? So we read that. Try to also print out the secrets, and with the policies that are in place, so you can look it up. There's a package called Sondera. You can install it yourself as well. That provides secure policies that are configurable. So there's about 103 of them that will block all of the privileged commands as well. So things like having to read the environment variables, and all of this is configurable in this portal. Right, so once you have a system, so in my case, I've got a way to deploy an agent. Now, today, if you wanted to do what Stefan did, for example, to set up a connection into your Gmail, you would need to set up the OAuth, you would need to set up the whole Google connection, right? But in this case, another security feature is the OAuth. So all you need to do is press these connect buttons. And all you need to do is select your email, and then that connects that OpenClaw instance to your Gmail. Okay, so that's one security feature. The other security feature here is that you can assign policies. So for example, if you wanted to say, don't read my confidential emails, all you need to do is just put that in there, right, as example. Okay. Another thing is credit guardrails, right? So this charges for the actual machine as well as the LLM key, right? So you can put one in yourself, or you could just use the one that is already pre-configured. Another thing, kind of an inception moment, is of course, like this is also controllable by OpenClaw, right? So you can, so there's an MCP, as Wanwei mentioned before, that exists for Tropic, and you can actually communicate or send commands into this with OpenClaw itself, right? So, example here, I just list my VMs, or I ask it, how do I do things? And this is an OpenClaw instance as well. So other things that you can configure are the ports, right? So it gets technical, but there are secure defaults with all of the commands block that you don't need. You can assign an IP, so I've added the IP here so they can actually access the machine. But that's how I think about securing OpenClaw if we were to put this in a production or enterprise environment. So that's what I have to share. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. So before we proceed to the speaker's presentation, maybe we can have a group photo. Like everybody can stay seated, we can have the speakers in front. Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't mention, if you want to get access to this, just scan the QR code and I'll give you some credit.
Okay. Okay, ready? We do one series first, huh? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, fun one, huh? Fun. Okay, good. Wow, they look great. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. So the next topic will be on M2.5 Advantage, Architecting Faster, Smarter OpenClaw Projects by Karen Dai and Ryan Lee. Karen is the Regional GM at Minimax and Ryan is the Developer Relations Lead Engineer at Minimax. Karen and Ryan?
We're here.
Oh.
I thought there would be a 15-minute break, so it won't be a break.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll just continue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Because I see the timeline, it looks like there is a...
Moving on schedule.
Oh. So I start first? Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Karen from Minimax, and it's an honor to be here because actually Minimax doesn't really have an office here. We flew in from Shanghai and actually I'm based in London most of the time. But we're entering into a world or an era where location is no longer important. You can do business globally from your room basically because everybody is just like having meetings online and you can reach out to customers all over the globe, like just from one location. So that's what we believe in, you know, like building a company that can bring people together and bring intelligence to, thank you. Bring intelligence to everyone, and we don't care where you sit, and maybe we are near you, we're in the same location, maybe we're far away from you, but I believe that if we connect together, we can build things great together. Yeah, so today we're here not only to share about Minimax M2.5, but also because we don't really have a very large presence in Singapore, we want to actually introduce the company a bit to everyone, and also like to tell you why we're different from a lot of other foundational model companies. So I'm not sure whether you guys know about, okay, I'll go to this slide first before everybody redeem the free voucher. So as you can tell, probably I still have a bit of a Singlish accent because I graduated from NTU and I spent a long portion of my career in Singapore before I moved to London. But Minimax, we started the company 4 years ago, and if you guys don't know, we went public this January in Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And if you look at our stock price now is doing pretty awesome. And so like maybe if you haven't do that, you can add us into your monitor list in your stock app. Yeah. I do have confidence in us, but this is not advice for your financial advice. Yeah. So basically, who are we? We are one of the only startups that actually offer all kinds of modalities. So as you can see from this chart, right, we have our AI model, we have TTS, we have video, we have music, which is really cool, and you should check it out. And we do have like both layers, 2B and 2C. 2C, we have all the top, as you can see, right, we have all of the apps. You can download and try them. And for enterprise, we do have, offer the standardized API key. You can always connect. So I think what we believe is that everybody inside the company, okay, we always say like we power the company with love and passion because everyone inside the company believes in the future of AGI. We believe that, AI will someday, they will think and see and speak the same way as just like we guys are talking to each other. So we can see each other, we can talk, we can think, and then we can move, right? So that's why we want to make sure that all of the models we actually touch upon, and in the future, of course, like nowadays, all of these models are kind of like independent at this moment, but the future is that all of the models will merge, and even with one interface. Like now, today is OpenClaw, maybe tomorrow is lobster, whichever, but with one access point, we should have this model actually think and speak and think exactly the same way as human beings. So it's a brief, so today we're building things, right? It's never really about the experiment or like, okay, yeah, this is a cool thing in the lab. But what we want is to bring actual, like big use case that is tested in a large scale globally. And because we offer all these kind of modalities, so we operate, as I said, right, we are actually a very lean structure. We probably global team, we only have less than 20 people, but we are servicing 200 million customers globally, operating in 200 plus countries. And of course, like we do have, export almost like 4.5 trillion tokens. And in every month. So it's a more like tested and stable model for all of our modalities. So I believe like maybe through this brief introduction, you'll get to know Minimax more and why we're called Minimax, because we want minimal friction, minimal price, but max performance. Okay, now we're back to the most important page. Everybody, how to get our API key. Okay, if you can't do it now, you can like take a screenshot. So we want everyone to actually try it because we believe intelligence is for everybody. So it's very easy, it's very simple. We actually do it in a way that you just need to register and get a group ID. And then once you scan this QR code here, right, this is a special thing for today's event. So everybody will get $30 free credit. It sounds like just like $30 US. It's not a lot, but because we're very cost effective, so it can run a long way. Yeah. And if you really, let's say if you run out of $30 and you do want to, explore more, and just contact us and we probably will give you more free vouchers. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce Ryan, who is our community builder, and also like he's a very technical person. And honestly, in our group, technical people or all the people who are doing research, who are doing the models, they're at the top of the food chain. So it's very rare that we can have their time. So like, let's welcome Ryan. Yeah.
Thanks, Karen. Hello everyone, this is Ryan, and actually this is my first time to speak in English and do presentation, so I'm a little bit nervous. Thank you guys. And if you guys love stand triangle, you can take a picture. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's move on. Okay, I will introduce our most powerful model, M2.5, which our M2.5 slogan is built for real world productivity. And actually, as you can see, M2.5 is here, and he is ranking 1 on the leaderboard of the Open Router. It's highly active in community. And what's more, on Hardening Face leaderboard, M2.5 is also very high. And so what makes M2.5 so popular? I think the first thing is that M2.5 is sought in open source model, especially in coding area. You can find in several benchmarks, especially in SWE Bench Verified and SWE Bench Pro, which is the most popular benchmark of the world. It can gain nearly Opus 4.6 score, and actually M2.5's price is about 5% of Opus price. It's very efficient. And what's more, M2.5 also good at searching and cold calling, which I know a lot of you use LLM model to do some deep research, especially you need to run on Open Router or OpenClaw. And it's good at searching and cold calling, especially on the bench, browser campus, and word search. It has a good score. So, as you can see, as you can find, you all know the Peter, right? Peter, he is the owner of the OpenClaw, and he recommended several times on X. He posted on January. At that time, we don't have M2.5. M2.5 just released I think 10 days ago. Yeah, it's very new model. And he recommended our M2.1, which released 3 months ago. And he said alternative M2.1 is great choice as well. Their coding plan is still. Also, he said M2.1 is great agentic model. I think you need accept Peter's advice to try M2.5. So if you want to use M2.5, it's pretty easy. You need to install OpenClaw in the official command, and you need to choose the OAuth. You choose the minimax provider, and you can use the OAuth story. That's done. So what's more, we just released our cloud Maxstore on our agent platform, and you can find it on this URL, agent.minimax.io. And as previous, some speakers said you need to buy some VPS, and maybe you need to install on your own PC. And if you use Maxstore, you don't need to do anything. What you need to do is just open this link and start now. And then you will own a new OpenClaw on our serving. It's pretty easy. So I think most of you guys is interested in what we need to do in use OpenClaw. How use OpenClaw to make money, right? Here is advice. It has many use cases. It's a project on GitHub. It's called Awesome OpenClaw Use Case, and you can find a very useful use case. And I will show you a really case I use OpenClaw for myself, because I'm an engineer and I need to learn what's happened every day on this world, what's news, which model released yesterday, and this is often things I need to do. So I built this robot. It's in Chinese character. It's called AI Tracker. It's called AI Tracker. And what I really do is I build a skill, and I asked skill, this address in this skill said, you need to find out, you need to search what really happened yesterday in this real world, who released a model, who released some agencies, and he will search them. And then I told the model, you need to build a cover. This cover is built by Banana. And you can see this is tomorrow morning, my agent sent to me. And today, Google just released Banana 2 model. And then I passed the skill on the OpenClaw, and I set a cron job to run every day at morning. And I get a very efficient robot to myself. So I think many people want to know how to use OpenClaw to solve yourself problem. I have 5 advice. First thing is, I think you guys need to try most popular skill first. You need to find what other guys to use OpenClaw to do their own business. And then you need to think about yourself. You need to find the pinpoint of yourself, and especially this pinpoint is you need to run very frequently. You need to run every day, every week, and something else. And then you can try yourself to solve this pinpoint by OpenClaw or by any agency if you want. And third is, and fourth is automate to run this webhook and the cron job by cron job or by any webhook. And then you need to repeat this loop and day by day, and you will find yourself a bit more powerful. And that's all. Thank you, guys. And here is our Discord group if you want to find us. And here is again the QR code you can scan to gain the free $30 voucher. Thank you, guys. Actually, I want to, before I come to Singapore, my boss told me Singapore not very much developer, but I want to take a video to show you guys passion on OpenClaw. can you edit the video and say 1, 2, 3, and you just say OpenClaw normally. Thank you, Jess. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, okay, it's okay. I said 3, 2, 1, and you just say OpenClaw. Okay, 3, 2, 1. OpenClaw. Thank you, Jess.
Okay, up next we have Sarah from Kimi AI. Sarah will share about Kimi K2.5 capabilities and how it supports the OpenClaw community.
Good job. Thank you.
Sarah?
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah representing Kimi. Some of you have already known me. I was actually here just a week before Chinese New Year introducing Kimi K2.5, which is our newest model. I think just 2 weeks after that event, OpenClaw came out. I was actually, the last time I was here, I got little sleep because our new model launched. Today I also am very lack of sleep because of OpenClaw. So I think OpenClaw was really a phenomenon because I think this is the first time in the AI world that a lot of people from the non-tech background really enters into AI. So I'm very happy here today to share some of our thoughts on OpenClaw and how you can implement Kimi into OpenClaw. Yes, first, we launched the Kimi Cloud just a few weeks ago. Thanks to Wanwei, we didn't know each other before this event. I think she gave a fantastic overview and example of how to use Kimi Cloud. I think she definitely did better than what I could have prepared. So I'll just talk a little bit. Could we click on the picture to go to a website? Perfect. Could we scroll down a little bit? There's a table. Yes, so why you might consider using Kimi Cloud? I think there are some bottleneck when people use OpenClaw. And I think Kimi Cloud can solve all of them. For example, you just use one click. You can just install Kimi Cloud and OpenClaw together. And then for the hardware requirements, it's zero. It's totally fully cloud-based, so you can fully leverage what we have for the computing. And then skills access, with Kimi Cloud, it will access over 5,000 Cloud Hub skills. So, but with OpenClaw, you need to install them one by one. And for storage, we give you 40 gigabyte cloud storage, so it doesn't limit by your local disk space. So definitely consider using Kimi Cloud. It's just a couple of bucks. Oh, can we go back to the slides? Thank you. And now I will introduce a little bit of our newest model, Kimi K2.5. This is a short video. Can we play the video? Thank you. Oh. Let me switch your presentation. Or maybe after the presentation, I can show the video. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a PDF. We can show this later. Some of the benchmarks, we know that benchmark is not the most important, but I think it definitely gives people like the first overview of how this model performs in different tasks. For example, this Kimi K2.5 is a multi-modal model, so for image and video, it definitely performs really well. It outperforms some of the most renowned models in the world. And in terms of agents and coding, it's always been the strongest for Kimi. So for Kimi K2.5, it's definitely still on the top on those benchmarks. And this time, we introduced a new function called Agent Swarm that you can try out on kimi.com. So you can have sub-agents up to 100 that will do your task all at the same time. And it can do over 1,002 calls at the same time. So definitely try this out. It's amazing. It's very strong. This is also something I think very creative. We introduced the coding with vision. So if you upload a video or you upload an image, then Kimi, our model, can help you to build a website that's very similar to the image or to the video. So which means that you can just screenshot something you like, for example, a website, and then you upload the video, and then Kimi will give you the website with codes. I really want to show you these videos, but this is a PDF. So maybe I can show this later. These are 3 very cool videos. In the video on the left, this is the original video that a user just uploaded on Kimi, and then Kimi gives a website that's very similar to the video input. We have also different modes for this large language model, the instant mode, the thinking mode, the agent mode, and the agent swarm mode. So you can just use any that fits your tasks. And also the price is very nice. Same as Minimax or Chinese models want to give you the best performance with the minimum price. So definitely try it out with very minimum pay. Yes, last but not the least, we also have vouchers for you. So scan the QR and get some vouchers to use OpenClaw for using Kimi K2.5. Thank you very much. Okay, definitely. Thank you.
Then I'll move to the video. I hope you can show it.
Oh, you have the video?
Yes, I do have it.
Great. Yes, still we're trying to get the videos working. I think they're amazing. So let's just wait a few seconds. This one. Yeah. Is there sound? While we're waiting, can I have a show of hands? How many people are using OpenClaw already? Okay, thank you. Yep. Okay, great. Thanks. It's no. Maybe you can just use the sound from the computer. I think it's fine. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, let's just have no sound. I think it's better than the loud sound. Okay, it's fine without sound. Can we also see there's another video?
Website, right?
Yeah. This one. Okay. So this one is text to code. It's also by one of our users. So this is a website that Kimi built with just web coding. Can we also see the next one? Yeah. Yeah, this one. This one is similar, text to code. And next one, please, just the one more left. Yeah, so this one is video to code. You just upload a video and then Kimi will give you this thing that you want with codes, like a website. Okay, thank you guys so much. That's the end of the presentation.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm sure everybody is wide awake now. Okay, to wrap up the speaker's presentation, we have David, AI Solutions Architect at Alibaba Cloud International, to share about Alibaba and how it supports the open cloud community.
Just as the mic. This mic.
Then the next one is to do the screen share. I think it's on display. Yeah, over here. When you reply? Sorry, I think you have. Yeah. But we can plug this in first. Then put in the Wi-Fi, right? And I'll do the way. This Wi-Fi. I think we're gonna set up their Wi-Fi.
We already connected this earlier.
Okay, yeah. But it's just a screen share. It's like gone. Thanks. Then I click. Click.
It's not showing. It's not showing. Right?
Oh, it's just.
Can you help me make this one? Stop it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's a click or something like that. Ah, yeah, it's okay. Right, I'm gonna click from here. It's okay, I'm gonna click from here. It's okay. Don't need that. Yeah. Press it. Hey guys, thanks. I'm David Yam from Alibaba Cloud, and I think it's quite interesting to know that kind of all the cloud providers are giving away coupons. So at the end of our slide also there's a QR code that you can scan to get some coupons. I thought it was pretty funny, yeah. Okay, so I think nobody needs to know about OpenClaw. So this is something that we generated ourselves through our model itself. And like everybody has mentioned before, OpenClaw can do a lot of stuff. You know, OpenClaw can check my email, OpenClaw can create other OpenClaws, you know, can do so many things. And OpenClaws can call other OpenClaws, right? But I think here, right, I also want to say that OpenClaw needs a heart, right? OpenClaw needs something to power it to be the within. So what we want to provide you, the first section here is another model you can utilize, right? So I think like a lot of my counterparts have been sharing about their models. I also want to give you another optional model to use. And likewise, at the front half, I want to give you another way to deploy this. And at the end, I also want to give you credits. So let's show this video. I hope the sound works. So this model is particularly trained for agentic use. So I think everybody's talking about, you know, this model is good, VL, whatever, right? I think this model is particularly trained to be used by agents. And what is OpenClaw? OpenClaw is like an agent, right? So this model is natively multimodal. You can throw in text, images, and videos, and it's trained for real-world agents. And it runs faster than the previous models now, basically. So I'll give an example of the tool use. On the right-hand side is actually looking at a Sudoku puzzle, and it's writing code to kind of solve the puzzle. At the bottom here, the prompt is saying to create a video about this GitHub page. So it's looking through the GitHub page, reviewing. After that, it creates a UI to create a video, and then it creates the video. So this is what the model can provide you. And I think just now there's also another example on creating a web page. So you can take a screenshot, throw inside, ask it to write code, and then it can generate a web page for you. And for those that are also very lazy, like myself, I can ask it to control my computer. So I ask it to look through my spreadsheet, say what is wrong, add to the spreadsheet, and make changes. And like mentioned, right? A lot of this is how we compare to our other people. So how do we compare to GPT, Opus, Gemini, Kimi K 2.5, all of these models, right? And I think some things I want to highlight is really the agentic portion. So just the blue color side is our model, and agentic portion is as good or if not slightly better than our competitors. So yeah, this model is really focused on the agentic use, and that kind of concludes my first section. OpenClaw is something that uses models, and Qwen 3.5 is one of the strong models that I can provide to you guys to try out. The second section of my speech, or second section of this portion, is how OpenClaw, even though it's released and it's very useful, has a lot of security issues. Like I think last week, the Meta safety person got the email box deleted, right? And then all this kind of stuff. And then I think a few years ago, there were like 20,000 API keys that were released. So how do you use this securely for yourself? And I think the answer for that, like was shown by our friend at the start, Richard, right, was you can deploy this on the cloud. So if it explodes in the cloud. It doesn't affect you guys, right? And so I'll just show a little bit of that, and then show how I'm using it personally for myself, and then I will just give the free credits. Yeah. So same. Yeah, so same page as was shown before. You can use something called Simple Application Server, and it costs $8 a month. Then you click to run it. So if I click to run it, then you can open up your firewall, blah blah blah. Then you get access here. You get a UI to talk to Cloud Code. And I was just now checking about Kimi K 2.5 versus Minimax versus Qwen 3.5. What are the differences? So I'll just trying it out. For my personal use, and I think another way to think about it is that agents are like your intelligent university student. Anything you can ask an intelligent university student to do, you can probably ask an agent to do. So for my personal work, I need to run some kind of POCs. So I integrated Cloud Code with Notion page, and then I write some of my POC requirements. So in this case, I needed to look through an image with a prompt and generate a video. So I tell Cloud Code, I don't feel like doing this myself. Cloud Code, can you give it a try? So Cloud Code looks through this, goes through my Notion page, accesses this, reads through the One API, which we also offer, and then writes out the video here. And I just check the video. Then I look at the video, maybe I don't want to evaluate it myself. I say, Cloud Code, evaluate this video using Qwen 3.5, which is another model. Then Cloud Code will go and write it, and then write to this page here. So that's essentially how I use it. Another way that I use it, like was mentioned, is as part of within Telegram, is to kind of tell me about the latest things that happen and to search for information. So if I don't have my laptop, then I integrate it via Telegram and just ask it to search. Essentially, this is how I would use it. But think about it as your very intelligent university student friend that is with you. Anything you can ask that person to do, you can probably ask Claude Code, which is empowered by any model to do it as well. And last slide, which is what I think everyone is looking out for, is, sorry, loading, yeah. Okay, this is scan for the credits. Yeah. And essentially, summary on this thing is, Claude Code can be powered by Qwen 3.5, our strongest multimodal model, and we can deploy Alibaba Cloud in seconds and scan it to use our coding plan with free credits. Thank you.
Wow, I'm blown away by all the amazing presentation. Yeah. Anyway, I'll send all the slides to the group, so don't worry if you miss out the QR code. I'll also send it all to the WhatsApp group. Hope you guys enjoy the first OpenClaw Singapore meetup. Like, who is impressed by all the really amazing speakers? Give me a round of applause, please. Yeah, hats off to the speakers. And also our amazing sponsors, Minimax, Kimi and Alibaba. I'm not sure whether they appear together in one place at all. And we have WhatsApp group and continuing to help each other to learn OpenClaw better. And our next event is actually on March 4th, Wednesday night, also at the same venue. And March 11, we're going to have a OpenClaw event together with Alibaba itself. Yeah, more events to come, so follow us on WhatsApp, follow us on LinkedIn. Yeah. If there's no questions, feel free to mingle and network, and let's do more great work in OpenClaw. Thank you.